She didn't really destroy. I was going to use the word ambush.
Oh yeah, that's a better word right there. I couldn't think of another one.
I was going to change your title, but then I've been talking to you for the entire 30 minutes we were here.
Yeah, we were talking. We were having fat man problems. But Manny, let's continue on. What else do we have on the card today?
So apparently Joe Hendry returned.
Yeah, he appears.
But no one said his name.
Yeah, he was just being racist.
Nobody said his name.
Attacked the first black man he saw. This is what he's like when you don't call his name. There you go, Manny. I don't know where she's at, but she isn't working, and looks like she's thirst trapping.
I'll tell you where she's at.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she's at that pool all the NXT superstars used to hang around.
At night! Yeah, at night! It's 100% correct. You're not fooling me. We had an epic Fatal 4-Way, Manny. But was it NXT's Fatal 4-Way or was it AEW's Fatal 4-Way?
Okay.
Find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too late! That man is comfortable. I don't care what happened to him.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, the racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes, and he is
Rika the dog. And I am Marcus the grand finale. I'm assuming some black person walked by because Rika is very stern right now.
So like, if you can actually see in my window, there's netting up there, which is normally where you see a kid bouncing because that's a trampoline with the net around it. That is a black family. I'm assuming that's what she's barking at.
Manny, look at him. They balked in collard greens again.
Collard greens, I don't think is a UK thing. Like I don't think many black people make collard greens.
Oh, what kind of black people you got over there? Come on, you ain't got
real Africans.
You got people who've eaten real food, not the struggle food.
Real Africans that make real African food. Not the cool, not the barbecue stuff you guys do over there.
Yeah. Rika must smell the fried chicken and cocoa butter. There she go barking at black people. How you like that one? Is cocoa butter used in the UK?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've used cocoa butter before.
Yeah, but I'm more concerned about the black community in the UK. I want to be the Martin Luther King for the UK. Can I do that? Is there anybody out there doing civil rights?
I'm sure there is.
I'm sure there hasn't never been. There has to be somebody, right?
Yeah, there has to be somebody, but I don't think they get as big as the American ones that are remembered on Black History Month.
Yeah. Or, being erased. Whatever the case may be.
Depends on whatever way you want to go.
Yeah, depending on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I can't stop her now.
You gotta yell at her, man.
There is
Tell her
news.
to shut up.
There's news. Bryan Danielson wrestles his first match since his full-time retirement and being murdered by Mox.
Does this count though? Does this count? I don't think he was in there more than a second, right?
It still counts. He was in the ring.
It's like counting The Rock and the Wyatt family at that one WrestleMania. I think it was 32.
No, you make the same deal that time Edge came back during a kickoff show and speared, I want to say Baron Corbin, but it could have been someone else. And people were like, oh, Edge kind of took a bump. Edge may come back.
Yeah. And he did.
Yeah,
Big E, he did.
That's the type of thing you should be making. Like maybe Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson maybe making a comeback for one more match before he fades off into middle management.
I 100% believe this man's come back for like 10 more than one more.
The other bits of news, Chad Gable is injured, which means also El Grande Americano is injured.
That does not mean that. That does not mean that. That's speculation. That is speculation. I object to this court. I object. There is no evidence that man is El Grande Americano.
Otis is also out indefinitely. He's been taken off the roster because he's that injured.
Ooh, he's been gone a while though. But what are going to happen to Alpha Academy?
I don't know. Natty seems to be leading that now.
So what you mean is that's going nowhere? God damn it, Rika!
I know. Hold on, Rika, stop it!
That's authority right there. That's authority. That's authority right there.
She'll carry on in a minute.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
The fuck you say to me? And give you crazy eyes.
It's that look Kane used to do when Kane turns his head sideways.
The old Michael Myers trick. Yeah.
Have you got any news?
No, Hulk Hogan's failing at life, but I'm good with that. That ain't news. That's a celebration.
Allegedly, Roman Reigns is close to WWE return.
He's done. He's done doing whatever the fuck he's been doing.
So apparently, one of them didn't want. Neither of them said they didn't want to go to Saudi. Dom is actually injured. He's got a rib cage injury.
Oh, so it is. It's these are real injuries.
Yeah.
Damn. So we're still going, huh? We're still going to Saudi, or the WWE is still going. Not we. They're still going to Saudi.
Yeah, and looks like if you want to watch SmackDown, it's going to be early on Netflix. If you watch WWE internationally, it'll be on around, I want to say 6 o'clock this time, or it would be on around this time tomorrow. Possibly even earlier, because the show is starting at so it's starting at 10 for you on Saturday.
Yeah, you know what? And I appreciate that for them. Let's get it out the way of my day, and then I can enjoy the rest of my day and, fear for their lives while they're over there. We do our watch along tomorrow where I'm dead tired, and we see nothing really changed. Nothing is going to change on the show. We see Jay Cargill win, I guess, the Queen of the Ring, and we'll watch Cody win King of the Ring. And what else is on the show? I guess Karrion Kross fighting for the first time.
Karrion Kross puts down Sammy, and it will be great.
You think he can win?
Yes.
I just don't believe it.
If you want to cement Sammy's downfall, and then he wants Sammy to become a bad guy like him, and achieve, and then do those dastardly things that he wants, that needs to be done to become world heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
Kross is the guy. Kross has been annoying him for months.
He has been. He's been annoying a lot of people for months, but there's never an end game. I don't know if it ever ended between him and AJ.
Which is why it's the best thing is when Sammy said last week is, yeah, you say all this shit, but you never go out there. You never go out there and say, you're just there lurking around in the shadows.
Yeah. This is plan. All right, you ready to jump into the reviews this week? Dynamite?
Yeah. I want to preference this. I woke up this morning from a text in our group chat from both the grand finale and Eric, which is weird because normally you don't get replies in that group chat. Normally you just make a statement and then wait and then the next text happened 2 days later.
I'm sorry if I'm at work, Manny, when I'm texting you and I can't get to my phone. I'm sorry.
No. Because when I normally text you individually, there is a reply. Marcus wrote text initially. Dynamite could have been an email or a tweet. Eric immediately responds, I agree with Marcus. Immediately when you see that, when you wake up in the morning and you go, I've got to watch Dynamite today. When you see that text, I'm like, I'll go watch Dynamite.
So Manny, let me elaborate more on my thoughts on Dynamite as a whole this week.
Yeah.
And last week, Dynamite had, I'm going to say, a really good show in Mexico. They had the Grand Slam Mexico event in the Arena of Mexico, and it was a phenomenal show overall.
Didn't mean anything.
Just good action. Didn't mean anything, but really good action.
It was a good show.
Really good action, and I thought I brought a lot of what Vince would say, smiles on people's faces. I thought it was solid. And then they also, on top of that, was rewarded for putting out such a good show and a memorable show with their highest rating of the year by getting 700 and blah, blah, blah thousand, right? They do that. I think they beat NXT last week for the first time in like 8 years.
This was kind of booked as like something you needed to watch, right? It was like Grand Slam. It wasn't even called Dynamite. It was Grand Slam Mexico. So when you do that, I think more people are like, oh, maybe it's like a pay-per-view kind of thing where it's a free pay-per-view on TV. But but what came across was it was more of a live event on TV. But it was a good show.
It was a good show. And they come up and it seems like they have all this momentum. And I think Collision was apparently, a lot of stuff happened on Collision. I'm not going to paraphrase this stuff. A lot of stuff happened. And they recapped a lot of it, I guess. And then you get to this Dynamite and it just seems like, I feel like Tony, I don't feel like doing Dynamite this week. That's what it kind of felt like. It's like, you go out there, you all go out there. All right, you go out there. We got Collision tomorrow. Maybe I feel like doing Collision tomorrow. It just felt like that. I don't know what it was, but it started off. When Mercedes attacked Toni Storm. I was like, okay, we're starting up a little hot here. This is good. And then the Young Bucks appear on the Tron, and they're like, Will Ospreay, you have to wrestle down. I'm like, okay. Well, I'll probably go ahead and elaborate. I was like, we started up here, and then it kind of just was like, the rest of the show is this. Just a bunch of makeshift shit. I think the tag team, the Jet Speed or whatever they were called, took me out of it. Took me out of the show, and that was in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, so when you sent me this, I was like, I know what I'm going to do. WWE do this too. They put up their own highlights of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the AEW highlights. It was 8 minutes long. The entire show summed up in 8 minutes. And I think I can record because I didn't write any notes on this show. I think I can cover everything from that 8 minute video they did.
Ooh, is this a challenge?
Bear in mind, I have watched the show, but I will go by what that 8 minutes told me. But bear in mind, no notes whatsoever. So as you've already mentioned, Toni Storm is walking into the building, ambushed by an angry Mercedes Moné.
Yep. I mean, if I were to get ambushed, may they not wear the outfit she was wearing. I just feel like a chump. She looked like Demolition, but going to the Grammys or something.
And the term "bitch" was used about 5 times. Mercedes was on the microphone out of breath. I was like, you barely attacked the Mercedes. You barely attacked.
I will say this, and I'm not trying to body shame Mercedes. Looks a little thicker these days. I feel like I think hanging around the Beast Mortal, she's eating good.
No, it's all them steaks. It's all these tough steaks.
I thought she lost weight trying to chew that fucking steak.
You'd think you'd burn more calories chewing that steak than you would after eating it.
I mean, you would get on your fucking what's the bike? The Peloton. You get on your Peloton, you chew that steak, you're losing at least 10 pounds a week.
And then the Young Bucks do their thing. They say, "Oh, we're going to use our power. You were supposed to have your match in the second hour, but you're going to have it now." And then you see Will Ospreay run into the ring, taping up his wrists, tying his shoelaces and stuff. But then, what I remember from the whole show is Swerve seemed to have all the time in the world. So
this is why I wanted to give this a strike. Or not wanted to, I am giving this a strike. I gave it a strike when it happened. So Will comes out there all like, oh shit, let me get ready quick. And then you got Nana and Swerve doing full entrance. Like, all right, we're geared up. So Ospreay could have did the simple thing, man. It just came out second. He didn't have to come out first.
No.
Came out
No, because they said the Young Bucks specifically said cue Will Ospreay's music. That's why he started sprinting, even though the people were waiting for him. The people were waiting for him to come out. He was out. Normally he comes out for the first bit of his music. He came out later. He came running out. His boots with the Swerve just come out, puts a shirt on, which he knows he's gonna. He's putting a shirt on, which he knows he's gonna take off in the when he gets in the ring, which made no sense as to why he was putting it on.
Yeah, so Ospreay hits all his cues, and he's still tying the shoes as Swerve slow motion walks to the ring. And I'm just like, well, Ospreay, you don't have to rush. You can just have Swerve start the match. Literally, you just need the shoes and your tape on. You can just let Swerve start the match. It's not like you guys are fighting buddy. Like the Young Bucks made it seem like they had real opponents this week.
The funniest part was that their opponents didn't even get jobber entrance.
No, they got fan entrance. Manny, and he also their opponents was Vanilla Blake what's his name? God damn it,
Blake Christian,
Vanilla Blake Christian, and I'm not making fun of him. That's his name. And Shawty Lee Johnson, which both of them could be in the ring like this, and I go. Right on, guys. And then on top of that, didn't you feel like they were both they were Will Ospreay and Swerve when you couldn't get the real Ospreay and Swerve? Like, no. I got Blake Christian in.
See, you know what? I get where you say that. I had no idea who they were at the beginning and thought they were. I thought they were Kevin Knight and Speedball.
No, they weren't the Jet Speeders.
Speedball wearing shoes.
Man, he's trying to so confused. What's going on?
And then so Kota Ibushi returned on Collision, but he's facing off against Trent Beretta. I don't know why. I don't know why.
This is a strike. And let me tell you this. I used to be a big Ibushi fan, and you know what? I still kind of support the guy, and I hope him the best. But it's gone, man. You ain't got that. Like everything's a step slower.
He came back in better shape than he did the last AEW run he had, though.
Yeah, but it's still like it's the shell of himself, and I hate seeing people when they're a shell of themselves. But on top of that, why would Tony give us a match with two people who are never on goddamn Dynamite? Never on Dynamite. Like, or even on Collision, they're not recurring characters, and they put them in a match together like I'm supposed to care if Trent or Ibushi wins this match. Let's be honest. No one actually cared. No one got to care. And you know what? This arena was completely empty as well. I don't know what was going on. They just had that one section of Hardcore Town with people on. Everywhere else was completely fucking empty, and they needed to stop showing the back of that place.
Mock said some stuff. This wasn't in the 8-minute video, but Mock said some stuff which is very similar to his promo from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, snakes be traveling in the wind, and I like to fly on their wings in my way to the ring. I have no idea what he says every single week, but the man says it with such conviction. You go, all right. He was on the stairs this time.
The best part of the night was Ricochet. Ricochet recruits AR Fox to be his tag team partner and then walks out on AR Fox to allow Jet Speed to win.
Yeah, and one strike for the name Jet Speed. Strike for this being together. The tag wrestling's dead, people. This is just dead. It's just dead.
I want so Jet Speed win the match. I want to give Jet Speed a strike.
I gave him one already, but go ahead.
Not for the name, but for the comments they made post-match, claiming that the Hurt Syndicate are holding the tag team titles hostage. Not once are they refusing to defend the titles.
No.
MVP is merely just asking people to earn the shot to get to fight them.
They're doing nothing wrong. They're not even cheating.
They're not. It's like when you compare them to the New Day, who are holding those titles hostage because they are refusing to defend those titles
and get offended when you dare to even think of a match. Huh.
Yeah. So I'll give him a strike on that basis to even have the nerve to go. These men are holding it hostage. John Moxley is the opposite. He's holding that title hostage in a briefcase.
We have not seen that title in almost a year. It feels like. The Hurt Business go ahead and whoop their ass though, and then go to the ring to do their segment. Play our music. We're gonna do this right, as they say.
I can't remember. I don't remember what the first bit of business was that they need to deal. But MJF is entering himself in the in a qualifying match to get into this into the what's it called?
Casino Battle Royle.
That's the one.
But wait, he said he's a qualified match? I thought he just in.
He said he's doing a qualifying match. And I was like, I thought you just get in these matches.
Yeah,
I thought you had to just qualify for the number one.
Yeah.
You just had to qualify for the number one spot.
Yeah, and it's just random after that. And whoever, they all line up, I guess, at the door and they wait for that.
But do you know what? The whole reasoning for this doesn't make sense in the first place. Because the next match was a match to determine who gets number one.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you determine those four people if there's like 200? If you include the entire roster in this match,
yeah. What? Yeah. Why was it these four? Why was it? Why was it Mark Briscoe? Why was it Takeshita? Why was it Roderick Strong? Especially Roderick Strong. When's the last time he did anything? And then who's the last one? Who am I missing?
Bandito.
Well, Bandito's the Ring of Honor champion. He you know what? He's the only one that actually had qualifications for this. Anyway, I don't need the number one spot. You give me 5, I think I'll be okay. It's not like the matches. Has the match ever ended in the opening seconds?
It might though, Marcus. That's the thing though. It might.
You give me 7.
Marcus, what if, for instance, the Don Callis family go into business for themselves? What if they get 1 and 2 and they just go, roll up? We decide it later.
I just go, ain't that some shit? Tony, you gotta cancel this match if shit like that can happen.
But Marcus,
knowing the Callis family, man, they still will lose.
Internally, in my mind, I'm thinking that's 25 minutes. We've shaved off the show.
So, Manny, with this fatal 4-way for this spot, Mark Briscoe wins. But I do feel like, what the hell are we doing with this Callis family, man? They never win. They couldn't even win this one. Like, you think Takeshita would get it, who looks like he's getting fatter too. He's getting round.
Well, he's happily married now to the Magic Girl, and the Magic Girl be making magic food.
I can imagine. She looks like she can cook.
Yeah.
She also looks like she'll give you a lot of sass. Like I feel like the Magic Girls talk like a black woman from 19.
No, Marcus. I imagine her to talk like a Japanese streamer where all the colors and graphics happen when she's talking.
Oh wow, full anime.
Yeah,
you expect to sell the moon.
Yeah, the Callis family, we talk about 50-50 booking. The Callis family are more like 10-90.
I'm going to say, I think in the recently, and this is, I have no facts and I'm probably wrong, but I think the Beast Mortos and Ishii all have wins and the Callis family does not.
No, I think the Callis family still have more wins than the Beast Mortos. The Beast Mortos won last week as a collective.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a streak. Trent is a part of the Callis family, man. He lost this week. Okada's guaranteed that he's going to lose his fucking title because he joined the Callis family.
Adam Cole wants the Don Callis family. Speaking of the Callis family. He's issued an open challenge, which I don't think is a good idea. And then we get because if that lady, what's her name? The new one in NXT. I wrote it down. She
Liana Reeds or whatever her name was. Laney Reed.
Laney Reed. Yeah. Lainey Reed is saying JC Jane is the most beatable champion. Adam Cole looks like one of the most beatable champions right now.
I swear to God, I think JC can beat him. JC will roll him up. JC will kick his ass. And then do a little dance after it.
So, and then we get another fatal 4-way, which Eric gave a strike. Was it Eric or was it you?
It was Eric. He said back-to-back fatal 4-way strikes.
Yeah. So back-to-back fatal 4-ways with Willow, Athena, Kris Statlander, and Thunder Rosa. I didn't mind this match. I didn't mind it. There was only one little thing I didn't like in it, and it's Athena's fault. And she made Kris Statlander look stupid because of it. Okay. She had someone else she held someone up, and then Statlander was running the ropes to hit.
Oh yeah.
So then Athena decided to turn around, so it fucked up.
Yeah, so they were all over the place. I remember that.
Yeah.
Or the part where I didn't like the finish, or the semi-finish move where it was a good spot of Athena suplexing Thunder Rosa off the stairs, but that was the end of Athena for the match.
Yeah, and then
she took herself. Why even do that move if you're going to take yourself out? And then they're touting her numbers of being a forever champion, but she hasn't won on Dynamite in her whole career.
Yeah, they're talking about her being close to 1,000 days as champion, but it's the ROH title, which no one really sees.
Yeah, it barely exists, and
I did like seeing Yuta get pounced.
Yep, that was nice.
But I think Statlander is joining the Death Riders, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I thought the Death Riders are going to be done once Moxie loses the title, but I think she's joining a little late. She's joining a little late.
Kris Statlander will be at Pro Wrestling Eve on Friday, which is on Independence Day, the 4th of July.
So you're gonna talk your shit to her?
Facing off against Anita Vaughn, who is who dog walked the bitch, literally. That'll be a good match next Friday. I may buy her AEW thing and get it signed, and maybe we put it up on auction on this channel if people want it. To raise some funds for this channel.
Let's get some dollars out there, some dollars in the world for us. Moving on, that we had this fatal 4-way. We go into, I think it's Hangman and what's it going, right? Or is there's a segment I know is between.
FDR responds to the Outrunners and their nonsense that happened on Collision. I didn't really care.
Yeah, Stokely Stoke, as he wanted to be called, wanted to handle this with good old fashioned vandalism, but apparently that's not in fashion right now. I support that though.
Then we get Hangman Adam Page versus main event Mortos.
The main event of creative control.
Marcus, as we said numerous times in the pre-show, based off his comments on LFG, this is nepotism.
This is nepotism. Y'all don't see it. I see it. Mercedes all of a sudden now she's dating Beast Mortos and he's in back-to-back main events and back-to-back weeks. Did you see his mask, Manny? It was upgraded. It's a white mask now. We know Black Taurus always wore black and then has the Beast Mortos. Just ridiculous. And I don't understand. And I want to give Tony a big ass strike. I'm talking about one of those, I'm America, I'm bombing Iran for no reason type of strikes.
Jesus.
The reason I'm giving this type of strike is, on what planet do you go, you know what my main event of Dynamite is? The Beast Mortos versus Hangman Page. Why would that keep anybody in their seats?
Why is that even a main event? Why is Mortos in the main event for that? Why?
And so, earlier in the show, Manny, this had me thinking as well. The Young Bucks came on the screen and said they moved stuff around. They moved Ospreay and Swerve up. What match do you think that they bumped up? Was it the Beast Mortals and Hangman Page? Was the tag match going to be the main event? What were they about to do?
He said that their match was in the second hour. He never said it was the main. They never said it was the main event.
So do you think it was going to break up the Fatal 4-Ways?
I think this was always going to be the main event.
So they were just going to break up the Fatal 4-Way? Be like, all right, we don't want to do back to back.
Yeah,
but the Young Bucks
should have done that. They should have done that. But if all honesty, Marcus, this is like that back in the day when it was WWF Challenge and stuff like that, and it was like the main event was Bret Hart versus Ludwig Borga.
Yeah, and be like, oh, who's fighting Bret Hart this week? Skinner? It's gonna be Bret's gonna win, but I'm gonna watch it just in case. As a kid, I had no problem watching those type of matches. As an adult, I look at it and go, "This ain't no main event." As
an adult, I'm like, I've got time. I ain't got time for this stuff.
Yeah,
I'm wasting time. Every time I watch a bad match, I'm like, I'm wasting time.
That is 15 minutes out of my life I can't get back. We don't have that much time on this earth, people.
We are running out of time, and the way things are going because of America, we may not have any time at all.
Yeah, who knows what's going on? And I don't want to watch a Jay Cargill match. I don't want a main event with the Beast Mortals. I don't want so much more. Like, just give me the goods. Give me the goods. We don't have much time on this world. And if I die and there is a Heaven Many and they show my stat sheet, I don't want them to watch this many hours of AEW Dynamite. That was like 7 years of my life. Or WWE or whatever.
Actually, you could calculate it. Barring the times it was 4 hours, they are approaching their 300th episode this next week. So that's 600 hours.
That's not count pay-per-views.
Divided by
24. Yeah, and then
that's 25 days.
Oh my god! And that's just Dynamite. I'm not going to even calculate Monday Night Raw.
Oh, no,
that's just disgusting.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
And those are 3-hour motherfuckers too. Oh. Next week, Dynamite is in Eric's backyard of Ontario, Canada. That's where Eric
actually lives. It was like a good card.
It's a really good card. It's worth seeing. It is the Boo Boo Baron's birthday. Considering going. I mean, I was supposed to work that night, but a good old fashioned, and I'll be okay. Oh man, my laryngitis is coming up. I'm starting to sound like Booker T or Billy Bob Orton, Drilling Blade, or something. Have Manny call out for me in an English accent. I don't feel well. I think I'm speaking in an English accent. I think there's something wrong with me, guys. So that was that. And
stop putting your hand in my shirt, you pervert. How dare you?
Oh, groping Rika. Now it's time to get into NXT, which I thought was a much better show than Dynamite this week. And it's not even a question. I thought there was balance. They told decent stories. They had really solid matches, and it was just a complete show. It seemed like they knew what they wanted to do.
I'm gonna preference this with a strike.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna give it a strike. The first 3 matches were all singles matches, which was fine. But everyone after their matches, all the winners were attacked after their match. Attacked by different people. That's why I'm giving it a strike. It was the same thing.
Hold on. One of them got attacked by, there was a different attacker, but there was the same attacker, but different person. Jasper Troy attacked someone else.
And it was the same premise. NXT opens up with 4 promos from all 4 women in the match later in the evening.
What is this?
I believe Shawn Michaels had stored all those graphics on a floppy disk from 1995.
I don't know why I was expecting them to do like the shitty fade in with the sound effect and pew, cut away.
There wasn't a background to it. It was a black background with like neon text.
with their logo or some shit. And I was expecting, like one of those fairy dust, like pew, like glasses. I was expecting glow, to be honest. People started singing and dancing and shit. I was like, what is this shit, Sean?
Then we get Josh Briggs versus Trick Williams. The moment I knew he left his feet for that moonsault, I knew he was gonna lose.
Well, that was the end of the match, man.
No, but I knew it was coming. I was like, Trick gonna beat him somehow, but I was like, this is the end.
Let me tell you when I knew Briggs was gonna lose. They were Briggs hits the choke slam. It goes for a pin, or it couldn't even been before then. And then Inamore is out ringside watching along, and you just see him go, damn. But you also, if you look hard at Inamore, you go like, he never believed that shit. He didn't believe that shit. And that's what I knew. But I will give credit to Trick Williams and just really improving. Like, he's really started to ring. Briggs, I can't say the same. But Trick Williams is the example of working and mastering your craft. I even like his little random capoeira kick in the beginning of the match.
When did he get some capoeira in his game?
I don't know. He started at that, and I'm like, this dude is auditioning to be DJ for Street Fighter, and I wouldn't complain if he was. They already cast Chung-Li.
So Trick retains and is jumped by Joe Hendry. Trick and High Rise are in the back. Where David said we got some stuff to talk about last week. Trick goes, Inamura hit me with a splash from the ceiling and it nearly broke my ribs.
He broke my ribs, man. And then I'm out there saying the Joker, I didn't even say his name. Joe Hendry just showed up, and then I enjoyed the pause that everybody in the room started looking around. So he said it, he didn't show up. And I also would like to preference. I think, and I don't know if I'm wrong on this one, but I don't care. Number one in the world in hair. I'm giving it to Wesley. His hair is beautiful, Manny. It's fucking beautiful. I don't know what's going on, but it is perfect in every aspect. The lineup, the height, the color in the fro. I would never, even if I could grow hair, I would never do this. But his hair is absolutely stunning, and I don't know what it is.
Let me tell you something. I will give you best black hair.
Oh, what the hell?
Because Marcus, the man is still alive. The man is still breathing. Tanahashi's hair is majestic.
He's always out the game.
Majestic.
I don't know. Wesley looked like a fucking cartoon character. That's how good his hair is. Like,
Tanahashi looks like a fucking lion, Marcus. With a
he's out the game. He's out the game almost.
No, he's still in the game.
He's out the game almost.
He's still in the game. Marcus, he's in the same role essentially as Shawn Michaels, and look at Shawn Michaels.
Oh, Sean, no. Think I'm cute. No, sexy. No, Sean, it's over.
Stop.
I got the looks.
He's
that
doing the
drive.
dance. Knees can't hold on to it. It's like, stop.
It's done. Oh. Please, in the comments, if you do get this far, or if you are a part of the show, what's the best hair in the game? I got Wesley.
I still got Tanahashi. So Trick says that he will owe them something if they take care of Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry later on the night says things. I don't give a damn what Joe Hendry has to say. I just don't care. Anytime he opens his mouth, it's the same regurgitated shit.
Yeah. He's been exposed to not being the guy in TNA. I'd rather have Trick be the guy, and then I'd rather have Mike Santana be the guy, and even Nick Nemeth over there. Hey, Nick Nemeth, I guess I'm doing that too.
But Joe Hendry is a one-trick pony.
Yeah. He's literally Elias, but, Scottish.
Miles Bourne tries to ignore Lexus King.
Oh, you deaf. You're deaf today. I was like, what the fuck? Lexus King, you ain't shit. And then Miles Bourne said, you still just like your father. What the fuck? Why are things getting personal right here? Not in front of the Gators. Not in front of the Gators.
which haven't won anything in years, which was pointed out by Lexus King. And I'm sorry, J.K. Smush, but it's true.
It is 100% true. They haven't won for the old ball coach was there, Steve Spurrier. Or no, honestly, no, it was Tebow, right? It was Tebow and
Marcus, I don't want anyone bringing up Tebow. The fact that Miles Bourne said he was a Tebow fan, I don't want Miles Bourne to succeed ever again.
What should be with Tebow? He was a hell of a college quarterback.
Yeah, and that was it.
And you know what? He led the Broncos to beat the Steelers in one playoff game. That's a movie in its own right.
I'm tired of this Rudy shit. Get over it, people.
Well, Rudy, I heard, was a piece of shit too. So not the movie, but the man. So
Marcus, at what point when you're trying to leave and you have to fight to leave a faction, is this like modern day slavery with Charlie Dempsey and the NQCC?
I don't even know what's going on. I couldn't remember the stipulation. So the stipulation was if he beat Javon, he's out, right? Yeah.
Fight for your freedom.
But Red Sinclair said Charles injured Tavion.
Yeah, he got a training injury from Charles.
Yeah. With all that being said, and all the drama in the NQQC, it's kind of hard being Snoop Deal Double G. No, I feel like that was all gonna rhyme. In NQQC, man, Tavion looks good. If I was betting anybody in that group to go out and make some money, when I was like, Tavion reminds me of Jason Jordan, Kurt Angle, Chad Gable, Benjamin.
I don't want to throw him with Chad right now, but that's who he should be with.
Yeah,
he should be in American Made. He's really good.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you this right now, Manny. You had to take one right now. Tavion or Bourne? Who you drafting first?
Tavion. I think Tavion, not even just because he'd be diversity, but Tavion is a way better wrestler, and I think you can do more with Tavion. It's hard to be, and I don't want this to be the case for him, but I feel like Miles Bourne is going to be held to a ceiling because of his disability. He's always going to be the guy that's deaf. And that's something difficult to shake off because they didn't have to bring that up in storyline. They did not have to bring that up a couple of weeks ago when he faced off against who did he go up against? Oba. They did not need to do that at all, but they did, and now that's become a thing. They need to make him bigger than his disability.
They didn't have to bring it up with Lexus King this week.
Yeah, that's something that's gonna be so hard to get past.
Do you consider like Zach Gallen's leg?
No. Zach Gallen's leg literally is a something like that. That's a physical thing. Is obviously going to be a detriment to the person because that's a physical disability. That I don't think he should be doing what he's doing, but whatever. He does it. It's that it doesn't seem safe for him to be doing that. But then, I don't want him to be just the deaf guy, and that's what it seems like he's going to be.
Well, Manny, as much as you talk about his disability, let me talk about Tavion's disability. He is a technical wrestler who is a black man on a racist Triple H roster. He has no chance. He has no chance. He has all the cards on him. Okay? All the cards on him. Against
Marcus, he's just got to do one thing that many black people on a Triple H roster don't have.
Penis?
A personality.
Oh. By the way, one of the best face masks I've ever seen in any sport. With the little
he looked like Batman. He looked like Batman in there.
No, he looked like Bane. He was raised in the dark. His family is dark. His grandma is dark.
Javon beats Tavion, making him have to stay in the NQCC. And then Javon, because of his nonsense last week of talking up to Jasper Troy decided he's going to take him out.
Manny, I don't want to admit this. I'm starting to believe in Jasper Troy. I don't know what it was. It wasn't this attack.
No,
it was the second attack.
The second attack.
When he attacked Itamura and just ran right through him, and I went, "Oh shit, that's a problem. That's a problem." Well, I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead. That hit me.
Obafemi come out and he was like, basically issues open challenge, and then out comes Itamura, says he wants bigger, and Oba and that title is bigger. Then Jasper Troy takes out Itamura and then says to Obafemi, "We ain't done."
Yeah. And so next week is leading to them at the not the Great American Bash, but next week it's going to lead to them going one-on-one to see who's the number one contender. And I look forward to seeing Itamura in a one-on-one match instead of tag matches with Briggs.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, because I think it's going to happen. Javon's going to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it going to end up becoming a triple threat to determine the number one contender?
No.
Or are we going to get Itamura versus Oba?
I think it's Itamura
and Jasper Troy versus Javon.
Yeah, I think we're going to Jasper versus Javon and Itamura versus Oba in 2 singles matches. I think that bouncy kid is going to come out and do some bouncing shit.
He's going to make because he's so bouncy. He's going to make Jasper Troy look insane.
Yeah,
because Javon is a very light kid, so he's going to get air whenever Jasper Troy throws it. Because that boss man slam he hit on him, I've never seen a boss man slam look like that before.
But yeah, overall, I thought that was a really good segment. I thought that's even Itamura, who's joined the ELC tournament. We haven't brought it up in a while. Itamura's in there. He's in the game. He's still behind Penta, who got like 9 points this week for going, "Oh no, please don't. Please don't. We're selling that injury." But it is what it is.
Ricky Saints takes on Ashanti the Adonis. Ricky Saints wins.
No, Manny, you just can't gloss over Ashanti the Adonis. Someone stop that boy. Those dance moves or whatever's going on in that entrance, the little kicks and all of that needs to just stop. It just needs to stop. It makes me laugh so hard because I'm like, this is so ridiculous. He might be the best jobber in the game.
R-Truth's dance moves are still better than that. At 52, R-Truth's dance moves are still better than that.
He be skippity jumping like a magician. Right,
Ethan Page jumps Ricky Saints and then hits him with his own move, the Rochambeau. Ava in the back says she's sick of this. Ethan,
tired of shit.
Keep Ricky away from me and we'll all be good. Ava said has requested both of them to be in our office next week. And then we move over and then Hank and Tank were attacked, which I'm assuming were the Culling, who said they had business to take care of earlier in the night.
Oh, see, I didn't know. I knew they said that, but I forgot. And speaking of the back, Zarya and Soroka confronts Tatum Paxley after Izzy Day is like, "Hey, come hang out with us." And she's like, "Don't trust them." And then Tatum was like, "Bitches, y'all tired. Y'all blame me for that loss last week." And then Izzy was like, "Come join me." And I know we were walking straight to the Culling, which was like 2 steps away. I'm dying laughing. He's like, "Oh yeah, come with me." I thought we were gonna cut away. She was like, "Hey, here's my guys." It's like, all right, I'm in. Soul and Zarya gave up really quick too.
And then Dark State are back throwing threats around.
Empty threat. By the way, threat seems scary until Cutler again. He just sounds like, "Well, the way we do it here in the fall."
Cutler sounds more like corporate America trying to tell you off.
Yeah, like they were talking mad crazy. Like they were like, "You think we ain't been on TV? We've been making moves doing other stuff." I don't know what they were doing. It just sounded like it was illegal.
Marcus and Saquon, I trust.
Yeah, they were talking crazy. Yeah, they were talking crazy, and then the white man came up there. "Now let me explain what we're going to do to you, sir. First, we're going to give you a good thrashing." Like, what the fuck, man? You come here with this Robert Eames, man. These people were talking crazy.
So they mentioned that Noam Dar had to forfeit the Heritage Cup, so it's now vacant. and Tony D and Stacks are going to be facing off for this the vacant Heritage Cup. Marcus, if you hit me with a bucket, you better hope to God there's bullets in that bucket that shoot out from it, because there's no way you hit me with a bucket like that and I'm going, and then I lose a match like that.
He went out like a little bitch. Oh, bucket! That bucket looks so light. That's like a child's bucket. And on top of that, I want to give this segment a strike. We had a chance, people. We had a chance. Sean, Hunter, Nick Khan, Ava, President Jack Tunney, whoever else is listening. We had a chance to get rid of the Heritage Cup when Noam Dar got it back, and we finished the story. We could have just been done with this, and we could have just had Stacks versus Tony in a best 2 out of 3 falls match and not worry about this fucking cup. We could have just did that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree. Tony lays out Luca afterwards. Fatal Influence revel in spoiling Blake Monroe's contract signing and insist they'll be paying close attention to the winner of the main event. Thea Hale is complaining to the LFG crew that she got screwed out of her match last week. And then Laney comes out and goes, for a grown-ass woman, you sure know how to get played by a fiddle. Lash tells them, skirt, and tells them to deal with it later.
Yeah, I wanted to jump in and say, Laney, man, you just got here. What the fuck are you, Laney? You just showing up like you're a main character on this show.
Well, she acts like a main character on this show.
Yeah. You are a spin-off character at best.
And I read the spoilers for next week's NXT.
Oh, no. Don't.
I'm just going to say it now because I don't care about Thea Hale. Thea Hale
No! You can't do this.
You know what? You spoiled AEW for me this week.
I never said one thing about the show. I just said it could have been an email. You never said it was a good email. It could have been one of those pleasant emails where it just says good job. Thanks for all your hard work.
No one ever goes, you know what? I got a good email today. No one.
Just typing and smiling. Never have it. Typing like this.
Never in my life have I received an email and went, you know what? That was a great email. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me reply, motherfucker. This is not the way it's supposed to go. Here. Hey, how you doing, sir? Fucking motherfucker. That's every email.
So the fatal 4-way to see who faces a JC Jane at Evolution 2 is Izzy Dame, Jordyanne Grace, Lash Legend, and Jada Parker. We were very much like we hoped it would be the swerve and we get Lash from that last week. It was they went for the obvious pick and went for Jordyanne Grace.
They went hard on obvious Jordyanne Grace this week.
Yeah.
Look, she had the longest promo in the beginning of the show. They cut to her in the back working out.
In Faruka's locker.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that could have broke. She got the last entrance, and it just seemed like they were building toward her winning. But yeah. I thought it was a really good match. I thought it was better than the AEW match, just to give a comparison, or any of the recent Raw Money in the Bank, Fatal 4-way qualifying matches or whatnot. I just thought it was a really solid match. I was like, oh, I'm into this.
Okay, so as of now, as of 26th of June, I don't want to see another Fatal 4-way for at least another 2 months.
I think we're getting one on Collision tonight, Manny. I know you're not watching.
I don't watch Collision.
I think we're getting the Fatal 4-way between now and Dynamite the next few days.
We are hiring someone that comes with no pay to watch Collision and review it on the channel.
Just come in and drop it in. What happened? Bryan Danielson did what? Oh, that was post show. Oh.
So yeah, NXT was, I felt, was the better show. It felt like it was going somewhere and meant something, even though they are building on AEW towards All In. This felt like a lot more that they were doing something.
Yeah. So now Evolution has what, one match? Yeah. By the way, shout out to JC, who was like, I saw Evolution one time. I was so inspired. and I knew no matter what, I was gonna fight to get on the next time they did it. They almost never did this again, JC. And two, no one predicted you to be champion. It's an outrage. Disgrace.
I watched the Cody Rhodes interview with Kevin Owens, his podcast.
I seen the clip.
That is the funniest shit. That is one of the funniest podcasts he's done. Anytime R-Truth's on the podcast is funny. Like when he was on with the New Day, when he was on with Cody, when Cody incited that he hates R-Truth with a passion.
Yeah.
Even when R-Truth joined the Royal Rumble, he was doing his John Cena heat. Cody almost felt to get up from lying in the corner and ruin it.
That's that petty that got Cody where he's at right now.
But yeah, from Kevin Owens saying how much he hates fake tan to Bron Breakker should be Bron Breakker should be in prison for his tan, saying it's okay to be a little bit darker, but if you are so dark that it doesn't even resemble the color that you were born, that's not right.
I mean, he was very candid about everybody. And then he talked about Matt Cardona, who's always trying to get a job here. Someone that's the king of the Indies. He's always trying to come back.
I love him. But why? Is he always saying, why hasn't WWE signed me yet?
Yes. And then even he brought up they never said Ryback by name, but Ryback took offense. Do you want me to read the Ryback quote, Manny?
No, because it's like 3 tweets long.
Yeah. Long story short, Ryback said his price for his indies, because they were claiming that he was overpriced, it was justified. And his promoter, Pat Bug, said, yeah, this is the right charge. Ryback, it clearly wasn't the right charge because no one booked your ass.
Kevin gave props to Miz as an unsung hero and Natty. Not because they do anything flashy in the ring, but they just get the job done.
Yep, they're I'm not gonna say pillars, but they are the foundation of WWE. Although I think Eric's on the verge of quitting due to TKO's madness.
So they did raise a very good question, which I think we need to do on the watch along this Saturday.
Ooh,
who would you take a bullet for?
Nobody.
So if you had to,
nobody. I mean,
but then Kevin asked the question where.
Well, I don't want to die. I think getting shot in the ass is funny. So, and you can share that story for years on time. I saved you, but I lost my ass cheeks or whatever.
And he was like, I'll take a bullet in the heart for like Sammy, Becky, you. But then he was like, maybe a shin for Ethan Page or someone.
I don't know. Taking a bullet just seems rough. I don't know why they're shooting the gun, but I feel like I don't want to.
America,
but you never know.
America.
I don't know if I'm jumping in front of that bullet going like, maybe if they were kids, maybe I'd be like, all right, here we go. Yeah. But even then, I may use them as a shield and get out of there.
I'm not taking no bullet for no kid. Because that kid may grow up to be a punk ass, and then you died for that?
I died for you? You little piece of shit. That sounds like a really bad movie. I died for you or something. We called that as a kid who was saved by a guy in the shooting, and then the guy come back and be like, "You little piece of shit, voted for Trump." After all of that, I took a bullet for you.
Marcus, while we're here, is this a cake or is it a sandwich?
Ooh, I know who's playing this. To me, Manny, the bread says everything on the two sides. That's 100% a strawberry and cream sandwich.
I'm going to have to say, this was the most delicious thing I've ever eaten.
Oh, really?
Year. It was so nice.
It's better than your Trader Joe's snacks.
Yes.
Oh, shit. That's real shit, right?
And I can't get those Trader Joe snacks here, so.
I know. I could. I need to go back to Trader Joe's, man. This is tired of the grocery stores I go to.
Yeah. So that is today's show. We'll be back at a different time. So make sure you
that is Saturday. I'm not ready.
It's Saturday. It's I think it's maybe an hour and a half normally before the normal time. So make sure you click the notification bell, or the stream is live now. So if you hit notify me on that stream, it will tell you when we are live.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe. There's a little watermark here that apparently exists when you watch it on YouTube. Hit that button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I mean, I'm not really looking for new subscribers. Just we lose 1,000 a day.
Jimmy asked a question for Saturday: if the PLA's roster gets stuck in Saudi, what would your booking look like for an emergency Raw and SmackDown? Pull from NXT or pull bench folk from the main roster? You could do that, or you could have one of the best SmackDowns you ever had that time when everyone was late coming back from Saudi, when they brought in the NXT lot. Adam Cole faced off against Daniel Bryan. It was one of the best matches ever.
The last time I saw Adam Cole live.
That was a very good match. That SmackDown was such a good SmackDown.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was just like, oh, everybody's stuck and trapped. It's miserable. Well, I think they would probably just use the NXT roster, but I also think they may use the AAA roster as well. Mr. Iguana will be on Raw this week.
Now, Marcus, he's got heat. He's got heat.
That heat don't matter when everybody that has heat.
Mr. Iguana is going to start on LFG.
Not doing shit. And you can see Booker T Young. He can't do that shit. He can't do that shit.
Nepotism. Trackopedia said really over how the two top champs in AEW are flaunting their creative control and not letting anyone else get over them. I see the argument from Mercedes. I think that's more Tony's doing than it is Mox.
Well, I don't even blame Mercedes for all her winning either. I know people are giving her. I like to joke about the creative control thing, about the Beast Mortals and all that. But I honestly think, who's really going to beat her at this point? Like, she is a top free agent. Like, Toni Storm's your biggest star. I understand where we're at.
It makes sense if you're like an indie company, even AEW, to put the title on her. It makes sense to put your titles on her because she's going to bring notoriety to your show. So, like, I get why Rev Pro has made her champion and the Queen of Southside, which I don't understand as a title. I don't get it. Don't
worry about it. She's Queen of the South.
But it makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense that you put the title on and the thing. The booking with this is, I don't get it because it's not moved any type of needle. It's not made you want to go, I need to see who beats him. Like, when Roman was on his run and then you were like, I hope Kevin Owens beats him. I hope
this is the one.
Beats him.
This is the one. LA Knight. This is the one.
Yeah, they built it to where it could be that night where Roman loses the title.
Yeah.
So you kind of go, I want to watch it as a fan. Whenever Mox is in the match, I don't care. And I like Mox.
I want to get that title out the briefcase, damn it. Can't keep doing this to us.
Yeah, I get it. I get why people I get it. I get why people are upset about it.
Yeah. Speaking of J.K. Swift said, good morning, good evening. Make Hulk Hogan have some mercy on his soul and then run straight to a wall. My Tampa Bay Rays are sorry. And Ace Bailey was worth it to end up in Utah. Whatever.
I guess there's one thing. Hulk Hogan ain't running anywhere these days. Even from WrestleMania 31, you see how slow he walked to the ring.
Hey, relax, brother. Relax, brother. Hogan's always been a little bit slow. It's just now his whole body.
He ain't running these days. He needs a stick to walk.
Yeah. Take that, Hogan. I want to kick the stick out of his hand. I want to walk up with me, Wesley, and High Rise and be like, what you gonna do now, Hogan? What you gonna do now?
The worst part is you'd fit in with high-rise.
I would. No, I don't have hair. I fit more with Ricochet and whoever he's with.
No, because Ricochet tag partner had hair. AR Fox had hair.
AR Fox was so lost. Yeah, man. You never go against your promises. You never go. Hey, how do you walk out on me? This is so disgusting. And Manny, I have a question. It's brief. Are we ever going to get a handicap match ever again? I think it's done. I don't remember the last time we got a handicap 2-on-1.
Well, you can't use the word handicap as a match.
They were using it anyway, you know. I know.
There has been a few times when they used it, but then like it's because the tag team partner was taken out.
Yeah, but you know, it hasn't been an actual like you gotta go out there. I guess because there's no heel general managers. I guess the Bucks are, but no one's going. You're going one-on-one.
They've added a stipulation to the match. We forgot to bring this up in AEW.
Oh, the EVP ship is on the line. Yeah.
What if they made that physical belt, Marcus?
The father-son title was happening. Oh.
Manny already showed his true colors, tripping kids with suitcase. Yeah. They show your true colors.
Well, I believe Manny attacked the youths yesterday.
Today, Marcus.
Oh shit! It was today, Manny. I was going to give you a day to repent.
I told you, and I was ashamed of myself about this story. But if you want me to repeat it, go ahead. I was in a rush this morning. I was in a rush. 1, to get that cake sandwich thing. 2, I needed to pick this up. It's a very nice controller. Look at this. Look at this. 30th anniversary PlayStation 5 controller. Beautiful. Beautiful. But on my way to that store, there was 2 youths blocking up the pavement, sidewalk, or whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from. One of them had their Snapchat up. One of them was staring at their hair, adjusting it in their Snapchat. I'm like, move! I was in a rush, Marcus. I was in a rush.
That was a guy that was checking his hair too, right?
Yeah, I was in a rush.
Not trying to say you done. Yeah. What were you in a rush for, Manny? Tell the people what you're in a rush for.
I was trying to make it in time for McDonald's breakfast.
The man was hungry.
I wanted a sausage egg muffin, all right?
Yeah, let the man get his sausage McMuffins. Get out of his way.
I had McDonald's breakfast in such a long time. That shit is delicious.
Did you get it with a juice?
No. I got it with a Coke.
Coke and a hash brown?
Yeah.
That's so weird. No, I wouldn't. I don't know that. I can't.
See, no, because the juice is a small bottle of Tropicana. It's probably about that size.
Oh, what?
Thicker. Yeah, it's about.
Wait, you don't have the custom McDonald's orange juice?
No. So it's like less. It's about maybe 250 mils of Tropicana orange juice, smooth.
Yeah.
That's not enough for me. That's enough drink.
No, I understand, man. No, we have those too. And I don't know. People are just stingy with the orange juice, man. It's like oranges are going out of style or some shit. Give me fucking more orange juice. I go to a restaurant. Like it's wine.
Like they treat eggs in America. I don't understand why eggs are so expensive in America, because they haven't reached exorbitant prices like over here. Unless you want to go down the organic route, which I believe is the same fucking egg.
It is. They say, it was organic. Free range. What was it? No, it's still because we had the bird flu over here, so fucked it all up. Or biting, as they say.
I mean, Biden may have fucked things up, but no one fucked things more up than Trump. Every time he comes into power, we talk about a world war.
It shouldn't be every time, Manny. It should have just been the once. What do you mean every time? It shouldn't have been every time. Like he got another one in him.
When he was picking fights with what was it? It wasn't Russia, was it? It was China. He picking fights with China.
Manny, you're not even saying the country right. It's China. He was saying
China.
China. Dude's a fucking idiot.
Look. Iran and Israel were fighting anyway.
Yeah.
Why do you have to make a triple threat match?
Yeah.
Why is he sticking his nose in?
He didn't have to run in. Manny, America and Israel and Iran were Becky Lynch and Lyra and Bailey this week fighting for the Intercontinental title. Here comes Lyra just going and Becky costing everything. That's America. That was America right there.
No. I'm gonna give you a better analogy. Dynamite ended with Hangman winning, defeating the Beast Mortals, and then getting beaten up by the Young Bucks and then the Death Riders, and then very slow the Ops come running out, followed by Will Ospreay and thing. That's what America did. It wasn't no quick running. They've been fighting for years.
Yeah, this has been going on.
Why are you getting involved now all of a sudden?
But you see Trump cussing? I mean, he cusses all the time, but
he cusses all the time.
But when he did I don't know what, they don't know what, they've been fighting for so long, they don't know what the fuck they're even doing. And he walked away and I was like, that man doesn't know what's going on right now.
This man is losing his shit.
That man sounds like me running the country.
This man
knows what's going on.
He knows he's fucked up now.
Nah, he doesn't.
Marcus David, he attacked their nuclear sites and they just moved them.
Yeah. Like they told him that one. Like, yeah, we stick it down the street. And he's like, it's all underground, goddammit. You can't tell. We blew it all up. It's all underground. It's always underground. You can't tell the damage. Just burn it down there.
If I'm them now, I'm going off all the Trump towers and all the Trump plazas and stuff. You know, you act like if they bombed like LA or New York, you think he's gonna care that much? No.
Oh no, not them. He got those liberal states. Gavin Newsom. Should have protected Los Angeles.
You blow up his buildings, he gonna fucking care.
He wouldn't even care then. He'd just blame it on Biden or something. Biden blew up my building.
It's all America's fault.
Yeah. It's I used to be able to defend our country more by and be like, yes, it's America, yada yada. Man, it's really tough, man. It's really tough.
Bet you wish you didn't throw that tea in the river now.
Will you guys take us back? I know we were defiant. Can we come back? Oh, yeah, we fucked up with the tea in the river. No. I was still doing that fucking tea in the river, and I would do it hand by hand with Donald Trump today if we can. But yeah, I got nothing else to say. Send us pictures of Spider-Man if you can.
We are officially requesting photos of Spider-Man for our new channel. Spider-Man is a menace.
It's a menace. Well, we will cover all the Spider-Man activity going on. So far, not much. This may fail just like the Batman podcast. No one was protecting Gotham. Bruce Wayne's just hurting it. He just get in there with economics, man. Just run for president or some shit.
Where's Batman stand on this?
Oh, he's definitely a Trumper. I can imagine. I can see him out there Cape Crusading in the red hat. Even the Joker go, "You're mad, man. You're mad. How could you support this man? He's giving me a tax break. I can get another Batmobile with this shit now."
Marcus, I believe Clark Kentman's raised Republican too.
Oh, Manny in Kansas? On the farm? Car kill man's gonna be Rika back looking at black people at this point.
I don't like the way she's lying there. People don't look at my dog.
Clark Kent is up there shocked that they had got all the immigrants out of his field and his farm in Kansas. Well, I'll be damned. I didn't think he'd do it.
I know Clark Kent's dad hired illegal people to work on the farm, and then called INS, then called ICE.
Even though he's raising an illegal alien in his own house.
Joker seems like he would be a Trumper just for the chaos.
No, I think he would go the other way because everybody think he can do that. I think Joker would come up with reason. Listen. There's all the things he's done. He's attacked the Constitution. He's a pedophile. He's on the Epstein tape.
You know, it's extremely fucked up if Joker is the most sane one in the room.
All right, we should wrap this show up. I'm done. I was gonna say let's list superhero villains who we think were Trumpers and not. Lex Luthor? I don't think so.
He's a Trumper.
I don't think so. I think he wouldn't go that way. I don't think he'd go that way. The man only has beef with Superman.
No, but he also wants to take over the world. He's a Trumper. He's not even Republican. I'm separating Trump from the Republican Party now. I'm saying he's Trump. He's not a Republican. He's Trump.
No, it's MAGA. It's MAGA. It's not a Republican Party. It's just MAGA. Let me think of another villain. Thanos. Where he at?
He's an independent.
I think Thanos used too much logic. But then also he's very like, I can snap half the universe because we don't have resources. I think he's very about a minute. He's like Bernie Sanders, but a god of some guy.
I can't even think of any other villains anymore.
Well, you go through Batman. I didn't want to go through all Batman's gallery, but go to the Flash and to bring up Captain Cold or some shit.
Octavius.
Oh, the Dr. Octopus?
Yeah, actually, let's go.
No, he's a man of science. He's a man of science.
Let's go with the Green Goblin. Let's go with the Green Goblin.
Oh, absolutely.
Willem Dafoe.
Norman Osborn. Yeah.
Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn. 100% Trumper.
Having full conversations with himself. But he didn't mean to kidnap them children.
To be fair, that could also be Biden.
Oh shit! I pledge allegiance to the United States flag. United States of America.
I'm assuming it's Kane or Jimmy. Throw that into ChatGPT. Email the show. We'll have other stuff when we got blow off matches and during the Night of Champions watch along.
Yeah,
and the videos may come out in like September.
You know what? Hardest MAGA supervillain? I am going to go with what's that fucking guy name? God damn it, I can't think of his name. I'm too tired. Whatever, let's just end the show. I can't think of his name.
You can leave it on the biggest cliffhanger possible.
I'll remember it for the next show or something. I can't remember the guy's name. God, what the fuck is his name?
What? Who's this? What's he in?
Sinestro! Oh my god! I think he'd be the biggest one. I think Sinestro of the Green Lantern Corps would be the biggest one, or formerly of the Green Lantern Corps. Remember, he's a cop. He's a fucking space cop. He wants to go immunity. I'm telling you, he's the worst. It's with the mustache. It's all in the mustache. Fucking Sinestro.
No. It was the slick back hair and the pencil mustache.
Yes. Motherfucker's going too far with the red cap. Now got a red ring on there, pro MAGA and shit.
No, he was yellow.
I know it's yellow, but it's red now.
I do like the Red Lanterns with the angry cat.
Their rage?
Yeah, with the angry cat.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Like the video, subscribe. Send us some chat GBT stories, either about us or any random shit. Like, we have a video coming out, I think next week or the week after, Undertaker versus Emperor Palpatine. You know, I forgot we even did that.
It's like 100 years old now.
But if you wanna do random shit like that and have us read it out, send it to the email at sharpshooters@gmail.com. We will read it out.
Yeah, because we got nothing better to do on the show, obviously.
Yeah. And maybe send me some Marty Jannetty stories.
Ooh, Marty's been quiet lately.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of concerned about that. That's kind of worrisome. I feel like something's gonna happen to Marty. Marty may not be in this world anymore. Marty could be dead for all we know. No one loves him. No one's gonna post that on Facebook.
No one loved him.
Yeah, no one's gonna post this shit anywhere that Marty Jannetty's dead.
You but remember he killed a man and then had to backtrack.
Manny, to quote his words, he disappeared his ass. What the fuck, Marty? Marty! Come on.
Yeah, so like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Me and Marcus will be back with Eric this Saturday for the Night Champions watch along. So
yeah,
peace.
Put the thirst trap up, Manny. Put the thirst trap. Oh no, that is gonna be me in a couple of minutes. Is he even breathing? He's out.
Do you know what? CM Punk looks more out than he does. He looks like he's pretending to be asleep. like
he's supposed to get carried into the house by his parents.
Yeah, or like, I'm pretending to be asleep because Santa Claus is coming.
And I want to catch you.
Where's CM Punk last week? That man was dead. That man was dead. He was in multiverses.
Yeah. Selling tables have been so inconsistent whatsoever. And I know Hangman wasn't a table thing, but Mariah May, dead. CM Punk, dead. Rhea Ripley got up in 2 minutes, was like, give me a match, Spears.
I told you, Rhea Ripley is in her prime.
Mariah May not in her prime, the glamour? She's dead?
But she ain't built like Rhea Ripley.
Oh, you got a point. Rest in peace. Shout out to Buddy, not rest in peace. Shout out to Buddy Murphy who's injured and shit. And maybe he get better one day. Where does he just not want to come to work to? Seems like that goes around at AEW. Again, you know what? I'm giving another strike to Malachi Black or Aleister Black this week. Again, just because I just thought about the idea that he was upset he didn't have to work this week. Makes me sick.
All right, we out this time. Wait, we were supposed to start the show and end the show in a different way, Marcus. Peanuts.
Peanuts.
So like the video, subscribe, we out.
Peace.
Peaceness.
Peace in this.